On to another news now. Huawei has unveiled its first smartphone equipped with a fully homegrown operating system. It is a major turnaround for the Chinese tech giant, which saw its wings clipped by U.S. sanctions and has been pivoting to self-reliance amid a tech war between Beijing and Washington. CNA's Tan Se-hui reports.
It's the newest addition to Huawei's smartphone series unveiled with much fanfare. The Mate 70 boasts new AI-driven features like an upgraded AI sensor and higher density battery. The new series is set to be equipped by Huawei's first fully self-developed operating system, the Harmony OS Next, and the most advanced domestically made chip. At a launch event in Shenzhen, Huawei Executive Director Richard Yu called the new Mate 70 its most powerful phone yet.
I think other brands should be worried in terms of really upping that game. I think Huawei is trying to do its best to get around the international sanctions that is affecting its products. So before the US sanctions hit Huawei, it was the largest global supplier of mobile phones around the world. With the sanctions, it has now developed its own Harmony OS and it's now developing its own chips. So with these new products, it's hoped that Huawei will be able to match up with international brands using the available resources that it has.
Huawei is counting on China's massive domestic market as it seeks to overcome US sanctions to achieve technological self-reliance.
因为它自己本身国产的芯片嘛，要支持下嘛，然后它的新出的那个系统，我可能更喜欢一点嘛，鸿蒙系统。
华为的系统，我觉得相比于苹果还是比较多样化的，而且它的各种给你功能配置的确实是非常不错。
But consumers may be more price sensitive this time around, with domestic consumption remaining weak amid sluggish economic growth.
There are no long queues outside Huawei's flagship store in Beijing. That's because most potential customers have already placed their orders online, and according to Huawei's official website, more than 3 million people have already pre-booked their Mate 70 in the 1 week that reservations open.
Huawei launched Harmony OS 5 years ago. The company said the operating system is currently used by more than 1 billion devices, with more than 6 million registered developers. Its latest version has 15,000 so-called native apps, including messaging app WeChat and e-commerce platform Taobao. While these native apps are fully independent of Google's Android system, there have been complaints about gaps in their functionalities.
Unfortunately, when we talk about a smartphone, the ecosystem is important. Right? We need to be able to use as many apps as possible in the market. So with the Harmony OS system, there are quite a lot of apps which cannot be used in there. For example, WhatsApp, for example, some of the Microsoft or some of the business sort of apps that are in there. So that would definitely be a hindrance when Huawei tries to go into the international market.
The magic number is 100,000. That's the number of apps the tech giant is aiming for in the next 6 months to a year as it sets its sights on creating a new standard for the smartphone ecosystem. Tan Se-hui, CNA, Beijing.